Don't beat yourself up because of situations you can't control. You cannot be in your 20s and not have a source of income. The moment I became, what's it called? I entered the labor market. Nobody sent you again. Oh. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you tips you should know in your 20s that will help you live a happy life. So, if this is something you're interested in, stick around, watch till the end, and if you end up liking the video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share. Alright? And if you're seeing my face for the first time, welcome. My name is Stephanie. I am a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. So you guys, before we proceed, I would like to state that I am not a life coach or a counselor or any of that. But the things I'm sharing in this video are things that I have learned from my own experience or life experiences, and as well as the experiences of other people that I have come across, interacted with, and just, had conversations with over time. So I hope you find this video helpful. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing I'll be sharing with you is do not get too comfortable. Yes, do not get too comfortable. Leave your comfort zone, because at the end of the day, your comfort zone is your biggest setback. Trust me, your comfort zone is your biggest setback. It steals your talent, steals your creativity, steals your potentials. Like, you don't know how much you have to offer until you leave your comfort zone. You might not be paying bills. I know that a lot of people, especially if you're living in Nigeria, a lot of people would say, oh, Nigeria is pretty expensive, so stay in your parents' house. My darling, leave your parents' house. Yes, because it steals your potential, steals your creativity. Like, you don't know what you have to offer till you move out. That is it. Like, your comfort zone is just not where you should be out. You have a whole lot more to offer, and you just cannot attain that potential till you leave that place. Now, your comfort zone does not necessarily have to be like your parents' house. It could be a job, it could be a friendship, a situationship, a relationship, whatever. It could be like with jobs. Now, I recently left my previous job because I hated it. Like, you guys know, I've been saying it on this channel that I hated my previous job. I'm not even going to lie. I was complaining to everybody that cared to listen to me that I hated that job. And it's not like I hated the job per se, I hated the environment. And I just needed a reason to move, right? I just needed a reason to move. And when I saw the reason to move, I grabbed it with both hands. And even though the reason I moved is not like the best at the moment, but it's, it's better than where I was at. And that is something that a lot of people are just scared to do. They are afraid of the unknown. Oh, what if I leave? What if I do this? What if things don't come out the way they should? What if this? What if that? And that brings me to the second one, which is you would fail. Don't be scared of failure. Like, everybody fails. Like, you will fail at some point, but don't be scared of failure. Don't let that hold you back, right? Especially with my YouTube channel now. Take for instance, I've been doing YouTube since 20 something. I think 2017, 2018. My first video was in 2017. I'm barely at 7k, just 6k something. And I have stopped YouTube a couple of times in the past, but I keep coming back because I know that you don't get to where you want to be by just relaxing and saying, oh, I've tried a couple of times, it didn't work, so I should hands off this whole parole, right? You would fail. Eventually, at some point, you will fail at some things, but the good thing is that when you fail, you get to learn from those mistakes, and then you get to re-strategize, relearn, unlearn, and you get to make better decisions. Because look at the big people out there, like look at Oprah, look at Tyler Perry. Like, these people are, who young people look up to, but they didn't just get there just by saying, oh, today we are going to start a Tyler Perry Studios. When we're going to start Tyler Perry Studios, there were setbacks, and he pushed, right? And he was able to overcome all those challenges, and now he has like one of the biggest studios ever. All right, so the third thing I feel like, something else I feel like people in their 20s need to know. See, before I even say it, whether you like it or not, whether you accept it, whether you pretend that you know it and you don't know it, or whether you pretend to not know it and you know it, The thing is simple. Nobody has ever died from saying no. Abby, nobody has ever died from saying no. So you don't have to be a people pleaser. To be honest, you don't have to be a people pleaser. You don't have to accept people's toxicity or insecurity or people overstepping their bounds because you don't want to make enemies. You don't want to make at the end of the day, you cannot be friends to everybody. Everybody cannot be your friend. And this is something I tell people a lot. You can't be friends with everybody. Even the people that are your friends now, believe it, in the next 10 years. Let's say you have 5 friends now or 10 friends now. In the next 10, 15 years, you maybe have only 2 or 3. So learn to say no. Do not accept people point out their BS on you because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You will step on toes, to be honest. You will step on toes. You will annoy people. So learn to say no for your mental health, for your emotional well-being, for your psychological well-being. Rain is falling. It is raining. In case you hear the thunder, it is raining. So learn to say no, because at the end of the day, your happiness should be your utmost priority. Your happiness should be something that is of utmost priority to you. Whether the world likes it or not, the world will adjust. So learn to say no at certain points, okay? Now, the 4th one you need to know in your 20s is financial literacy and responsibility. Yes, by responsibility, I do not necessarily mean that you have to be financially responsible for someone or to someone, but you need to know how to spend reasonably, responsibly, have a budget, work on a budget. If you have a 9 to 5 and you have a salary range, work based on your salary. Do not exceed your salary for that month. Do not live your life above your salary. Live within your means or way lower than your means, to be honest. Save when you can. If I know when you can, save on a monthly basis. If you're earning 50k, even if it's 5k, we know that the economy in most parts of the world now is somehow. Even if it's 5k or 20k or 10k, if you can put it aside on a monthly basis. But yes, save for the rainy day, because believe you me, there will come a day that money you have set aside somewhere, that's 5k, 2k, 100 naira that you have set aside somewhere, that you have saved, there will come a time that money will save you. It has happened to me, so I should share it with you. Let me tell you something. There are times that I save money for certain things. I set money aside for certain things, and before you know it, I'll still go and carry that money and spend it, because that money has saved me. Now, if I did not put that money aside, if I spent all my earnings once in a day, 2 days, a week, I'll probably not have any money that will save me and I'll be stranded, right? So learn how to save money. Know how to, plan a budget. Put your money where it should be, right? Don't buy things that you want. Buy things that you need. Know the difference between frivolities and necessities. Very important. So your frivolities are basically like things like, say you go to a restaurant to have lunch, or you buy a fancy pair of something, or you just buy something that you don't need. It's not like your whole life depends on it, right? But you buy it for the sake of, I have tried, let me enjoy small. Those are frivolities. Then necessities are things like your food, your toiletries, your water, your things that are actually like your survival depends on those things. Know how to differentiate these two things, and it will go a long way to actually help you cut down on things that you are spending on that you should not be spending on at all. This brings me to my next thing. Have a source of income. Yes, have a source of income. The thing is, we are in a digital age. You don't have to be a 9 to 5 person. You can work online. You could work remote jobs, hybrid jobs, and the way the world is wired currently, people don't necessarily have to be at the office 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. to earn a living. People can earn money from the comfort of their home. And the funny thing about it is, people who work remote jobs or who work online earn more than people who have 9 to 5s. That's how I see it. Like, they earn more, and you cannot be in your 20s and not have a source of income. It is wrong. Even if it's one job, even if it's one business, even if it's online marketing, even if it's one thing you are doing, be doing the thing. and be collecting money because let me tell you, when I was in school, but hey God, when I was a student, my parents used to send me money. I did not used to suffer. Let me tell you, when I was a student, I'm broke in school. I call Popsy, I call my daddy, I call my mommy, I call my uncle, call everybody. Well, you know, money will be falling from everywhere like this. But the moment I graduated, the moment I came out from NYC camp, the moment I became, what's it called? I entered the labor markets. Nobody sends you again. Nobody sends you. It is you for yourself. If you like, when you collect your salary, spend it on things you don't need. You will share outside. So you see what I'm saying? So have a source of income. If you don't have a 9 to 5, I get that sometimes getting a 9 to 5 job is really like dicey and it's difficult for some people. But if you can't get a 9 to 5, start a trade, learn a trade. I have a 9 to 5 and I have like 2 businesses I run on the side that are like still, you know, picking up. So it's not like, it's not even a 9 to 5, it's only an 8 to 6. So I have like a long 10-hour job that I do like 5 times a week, and I have my business that I do on the side as well. So get something doing. Multiple streams of income can't hurt you, right? It's going to help you on the long run. Even if you don't have multiple sources of income, just have one source of income. Don't beat yourself up because of situations you can't control. Learn to focus on the things you can control. If you're focusing on things you can't control, you lose focus of those that are within your control, and then you start losing your sleep, losing your mind, losing your peace over things that are beyond you. Things that even when they drain you of your peace and sleep would still remain the way they are. So focus on things that you can control, or people or situations that are within your control, and leave those ones that are not within your control. So things you can control are basically like, oh, I can control how I feel today. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to make sure nobody pisses me off. I can control my emotions. Now, I can't control how my colleague decides to speak to me. That's my colleague's personality. I'm not going to let it rub off on me, right? So I can't control the way my colleague decides to speak to me. I can't control the way the food seller at the food store decides to speak to me. I can't control the weather. Oh, it's raining right now, so and I'm trying to film a video and it's beyond my control. So what do? I'm focusing on what I can control, which is filming this video. Well, I leave the rain to be the rain, basically. So focus on things you can control. I think there's a chart for that. I'm going to find it, and if I do, I'm going to put it here. Yes. Henceforth, learn to do these tips that I have shared with you, and I'm sure you're going to live a happy 20s life, or you're going to be happy in your 20s as you're progressing into your 30s. Okay guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe, you know, do all that good stuff that would help my channel grow. We're trying to get to 10k. The plan is to get to 10k by December 2024. It's already, in fact, October I shall finish. Today is the last okay, this is the 3rd week of October, so we're trying to get to 10k by 2024 December. So help our ministry, so we'll not pack and go back to village. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in my next video.